This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill. You guys know the rest, right? Like, if you don't, I'll go ahead and link it below. Hi, everybody. Welcome back if you're returning. Welcome if you're new. Welcome back if you're true to you. I don't mean to rhyme, but I do it all the time. Hello, my name is Melody. Everything in this video, and all my videos pretty much, is going to be song related, movie related, the things around us that send messages constantly that program us or even deprogram us. All right, X-ray vision glasses on because, hello, lots of notes. You guys, recently on Father's Day, this is why I have so many notes. Let's get some more of a breeze, shall we? And you'll hear noises, distractions. I'm going to imagine that the hot rods, motorcycles, birds, they're all gonna cue themselves right on time, okay? So let's just allow that. It's really windy, as you can tell, but it is gorgeous. So, Father's Day. I was getting hit with massive downloads. Let me back up really quickly though, by the way, because I did type in a very important note, and I will include this in every video. If you've come to my channel and you're not interested in opening your mind or seeking answers or overall healing, because we're all on this path, but you're just curious about what I have to say, that's okay too. Just know this. Anyone watching who may have ill will against me or another will not be allowed to succeed. And here's how I know. I had been shown in an inexplicably glorious, all-encompassing moment of infinitely healing light and unconditional love. Honestly, that I've ever experienced. Like, when it was over, I was like, oh my God, please don't go, please don't go. I was literally in fetal position begging, please don't go, please don't go. That said, that moment showed me that the messages that myself and many, many other light workers, star seeds, earth angels are divinely timed and divinely protected. And so it is, grasshoppers. By the way, I'm also wearing a little trinket given to me by someone I love very dearly. I've been really drawn to the color purple lately. Crown chakra. And yeah, color purple. Juneteenth recently passed as well. So much symbolism. And the moon. The moon, it also has a tree of life on it. The moon symbolizes things that are hidden. But the tree of life is what we need to be seeking. All right. So basically that message that I just delivered means this. Even if you're not willing to receive the information here or any other, channels through your own beating heart, as it is being delivered, you will still receive healing. That's right. Because that's my intention for all of us to continue to learn and evolve together. Okay, so based on the title, you can tell that what I opened the video with is clearly referencing a very famous movie. It ties into a true story for me personally that I'll share with you at the end. Okay, but I'll also reference other movies. For example, growing up, there were two movies that I would always go back and watch. Now, these films provided me with profound moments in my life each time I watched them. I will still watch them to this day. One of them is E.T. I mean, come on. Who doesn't love E.T.? Oh my God. Little Henry Thomas and Drew Barrymore. It's freaking adorably amazing. Now, with regard to E.T., otherworldly beings, I now like to watch documentaries. Like Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, Contact Has Been Made by Dr. Stephen Greer. Because, now I'm all grown up and I see. Speaking of Dr. Greer, I was recently around a prominent group of people, and they were talking about the fact that what he has been saying is, this one person said, a little too spot on. And I stood there in a moment of derealization, like, was I meant to be alive on this day, on this planet, in this place to hear that? Because it just freaked me out in the best way possible. Anyway, do yourself a favor, watch that documentary. I will link it below. Now, going back to another childhood movie that I was really drawn to was a film that came out in 1980 called Resurrection. Ellen Burstyn. Oh my God, another incredible actress who was, ironically, a main character in a very different movie 7 years prior that was absolutely terrifying. You can look that one up. I don't even want to talk about it. But I did once meet the main scary character in that movie, and she is a sweetheart who saves puppies now. All right, I'll say it, Linda Blair. So sweet. But what a contrast, right? Ellen Burstyn's movie Resurrection versus the other one. Huge contrast. A healer versus a malevolent energy. Good versus evil. Human versus hybrid. Stay with me. I'm going to ask you continually throughout the videos, keep an open mind. Keep an open mind and heart, of course. Okay, here's the deal. I've personally always been a stargazer. Song reference: the sky resembles a backlit canopy with holes punched in it. I'm counting UFOs. I signal them with my lighter. And in this moment, I am happy. Happy. Sing it with me. I wish you were here. I wish you were here. That's what I think Brandon is saying. That the song can apply to anyone, anywhere. It's timeless, like the universe. And that's what I think he's saying. And by the way, this might freak some of you out, but seriously, does he not look more and more like Jesus as he gracefully ages? Seriously. It's incredible. I also met him in person. Cool dude. Oh my God. So, anyway. And obviously, Brandon is a starseed. I mean, Wish You Were Here. Okay. Other songs like Stellar, Pardon Me, Nice to Know You, like you're leaving, you're sending to your higher self. Warning, Live Your Life, You Only Live Once, as far as we know. Dig, really get into what's holding you back and hurting you and causing you to hurt others. Like all those songs, just for starters, come on, he's a starseed. And that dude is not afraid to do the inner work, clearly. So yeah, that's how he's teaching us to do the same through his lyrics. Back in 2020, I discovered the songs Our Love on the album Trustfall, side B, which is about, Our Love is about a collective consciousness, basically. And the video is so starseed symbolic, seriously. Along with the song Karma, Come Back. Oh my God. That song I played over and over and over while hauling ass through the hiking trail or practicing grounding, standing in the creek. Back then, the guy, no, you're not supposed to hold your phone while you're grounding, but I needed the music. Okay, hello, melody. I knew that when I would be outside, because we were told, remember, mama, don't go outside. These are not the drugs you are looking for. I went outside a lot. So the particular lyrics, so come back, my shadow dancer, from the dark Joan of Arc, show us a pearl. Yeah, I've seen some shit. We've all seen some shit. Damn, sometimes it's disguised as something completely charming. That's okay. Bless and release. Because we've got to do better before this karma comes back. Damn. So here we are. Also, I thought about this, the band's name, Incubus. I'm going on a little bit of a tangent because, hello, they're amazing. Here's the definition of an incubus. A demon in male form in folklore that seeks to have sexual intercourse with sleeping women. Now, it's clear to me, Brandon Boyd is a beautiful opposing force to that very darkness. So it's like a yin-yang thing, like this is the name of the band, but let's hear the message. Yeah. And he's often singing to sleeping women, unawakened women, right? To guide them toward self-love and their own divinity. I mean, we're all being guided, right? Let me hit that screen. That was 11:11. Holy crap when I said that. So yeah, many years ago, I bought the Morning View CD as a birthday gift to myself. And I swear, every song on it was describing different chapters in my life. And that story is almost complete. And then just getting started. I've also noticed over the years how many of their songs come out at the perfect time, right when the world needs to hear their messages. And on their album Trustfall side B, it's clear he is singing about the new earth. Let's give a whole new meaning to Go Brandon. Of course, I'll link all those songs that I mentioned below. Brandon, if you're watching, you're a badass. You're all badasses. Oh my God, that band is amazing. All right, so going back to the word starseed, like many others, I personally have always felt like I'm just really not from here, okay? Like, and I should be doing something really important, but I never knew what it was. And it was always hard for me to have normal jobs. A long time ago, a friend said, "What makes you so special?" And I was like, Jesus, that was a long lesson we'll discuss in another series, but with love. But I thought, I'm not more special than you or anybody else. I just know when it feels like my soul is dying. So that was my own inner answer. Anyway, none of it came from ego. Like, it was just a deep knowing. But now I know. I am a starseed. And there's one particular reason why I really know. Maybe I'll share that at some point, but not right now. And I've always been fascinated by people with healing abilities, like Jesus did in the Bible. Now stay with me, because I'm not going on religious rants. I'm questioning everything. I think that's fair. It's a human right. I've often wondered if Jesus is actually an otherworldly being who can embody different human forms simultaneously and perform miracles around the world without anyone ever knowing. And let's all promise ourselves once again, keep an open mind, keep an open heart, examine all possibilities, okay? I really hope you stick around, because it's gonna get good. It's gonna get way good, all right? Now, I can see now that not just myself, but thousands of others on this planet feel that they also came from somewhere far away. And that everything we've been told is a, you know the word, liar. I've had better. Oh, Jim Carrey. It's to keep us down, right? And finally, the only real answer to everything, say it loud, say it proud. Ooh, love is in the air. Da 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 da. So I've come across people who have the most incredible dreams as well. And they don't always understand their meaning, right? I had a dream many years ago. I was flying some sort of aircraft, and I landed that sucker flawlessly. needless to say, that was like one of the best days I've ever had in my life. I also had another dream during that time that there were 2 big full moons in the sky. Yeah, big, gorgeous, amber colored moons. And yeah, there's another song that Lightworkers love. Amber is the color of your energy. Whoa, shades of gold displayed naturally. All right, let's get serious. I mean, I am serious, but you know what I mean. All right, that's not gonna work. So since I've been on this recent path of sharing my authentic truth, because yeah, I got off track for a minute. In case you didn't notice, I disappeared. I was what you would call licking my wounds. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally. It was a doozy. And we'll go into that. So I'm starting from a broad perspective, and I'm going to narrow it down with each video. With love. While still stating facts, but not too many, because I need to be respectful. It took me a long time to feel that way. Okay. So yeah, on this recent path, I've been seeing a lot of videos from others. They're also sharing their authentic truth. And that's been happening for a while, right? But it's really been picking up momentum lately because, again, divine timing. So people from all over the world, different cultures, different races. And by the way, that said, I really want to honor the people of darker skin, okay? Because I've had experiences like with a best friend growing up, and I've seen things. We've all seen things in the world. And there's so many of them who are on a spiritual awakening path, just like I am, just like you are possibly. And they're finally busting through the oppression that they've been enduring since the beginning of time. It's a long damn time. And it's gorgeous to witness, honestly. Many are at the forefront of bringing massive awareness also to these contrived causes in the world, which, by the way, usually come up every 4 years around election time or before election time. Those causes are clearly dividing us. And we saw what happened during the last one. It was horrendous. Horrendous. And there were people of darker skin at the forefront saying, brothers, sisters, don't fall for it. Divide and conquer. That's what's happening. So much love to you all. Keep it up. All right. A lot of us aren't falling for this problem, reaction, solution anymore. We're just not. We're finally breaking the chains that bind us. That was on purpose. My previous video with the title Lightworkers Assemble. Well, that's a play, obviously, on the movie Anchorman. So Will Ferrell is a lead anchor. He's delivering the news, but he was tricked and he messed up big time, so he was fired. And at his lowest point, he's in a bar and decides to call his team his soul tribe. And that's when he picks up a huge freaking conch shell. So freaking brilliant. Adam McKay, oh my God. And he yells, news team, assemble! Right, I'll link it. And when he turns around, he discovers they were all standing there the whole time. And now he's ready to go deliver the news right. Yeah? But they all have apprehension. And they have pain. They have wounds from it. Remember what happened the last time? I don't know if I can stand it, whatever. It's something like that. Great analogy, but it doesn't look like too many are afraid or apprehensive anymore. So rock on. That was a big damn fist. I got some strong hands. We ever lost in the woods, don't have an axe? I'll cut down a tree. I got you. I always say that. I don't care. I love myself now. All right. If you're still with me, thank you. Let's go deeper. As I said, on Father's Day, I was getting hit with massive downloads, like all day long. And it was nearly impossible for me to keep up. Like, I was in the shower and I literally said, please slow down. I need to get to my phone. And then it did slow down. It was interesting. But it was nearly impossible to keep up. I did my best and I wrote things down, and I'll always do my best. I'll always keep improving. So here's something though that hit me really hard. Just like mothers and motherly figures, the world needs more good fathers and fatherly figures. Yes, we all know this. It needs people in general who lead with their hearts. Martin Luther King definitely comes to mind. Definitely. Keep dreaming and planning and doing and loving. Also a very famous father that we've all heard of. Now, before I say this, I've already kind of made reference earlier with Brandon Boyd. Keep an open mind and heart, examine all possibilities. According to a very famous book that many follow and many question, there is a father figure who was teaching specific lessons to the people. And from what I've learned or observed for myself, Jesus is represented as the human embodiment of the love of God. Now, I'm going to dissect that because that's what I do. Many people believe that Jesus is a historical person. All throughout my life, however, I've questioned whether or not that was true. Please stay with me. Have an open mind, have an open heart. Questions are always more than okay. Comments, loving comments as well. The rest will be edited or blocked. I'm not saying I'm right, you're wrong, vice versa, but again, I was encompassed in the most glorious flash of unconditional love, peace, everything amazing that you can imagine. A lot of the same people from near-death experience videos say that exact thing, and the only thing they can attribute it to is it was the love of God. Like, I can't even explain it. You can't, and you don't want it to go away. I think the goal is to just attain as much of that as you can possibly for yourself and then share that. Anyway, back on track. What I am saying is humans were meant to seek answers. Now, think of Plato's allegory of the cave, right? What's real? What's illusion? I'll link something about that below as well. But in this very famous book that we all know as the Bible, which I personally think was written by ETs, and I'm not trying to be blasphemous, Jesus told John, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one can come to the Father except through me. That is cool, but kind of pissed me off most of my life, because I'm like, is this some kind of game or a puzzle? Like, what is this? What does that mean to you? Because now, to me, what that means is regardless of who you think these historical figures were, the message is still love. Right? Now, the Father, the light, is God. The universe, the sun, is energy. God is supposed to represent the energy of love. Love is all-encompassing, as is the universe and the sun. So why all the death and destruction in the world? I'm a human, I can ask. I mean, starseed human, hybrid, whatever. What I've gathered from this message is, until we embrace through our physical bodies what the meaning of love is, and our souls, our hearts, and we walk through life with our hearts leading the way, we'll never truly understand self-love or universal love. Collective consciousness, Christ consciousness. Just like the Bible, Dr. Stephen Greer's documentaries are proving the same message through contact with otherworldly beings. And they all sound like stories of Jesus healing people. Okay, stay with me. Keep in mind, history has repeated itself. because of corrupt ones in power, we may very well be presented with another Orson Welles War of the Worlds scenario. And I will link that as well. Do not, I repeat, do not fall for it. People lost their minds during that, and it was a radio show. Do not be programmed. Go within. Okay. Anyway, I'm not calling Dr. Greer Jesus or anything, but through his own experiences, along with the experiences of others, his message to the world is the way, the truth, and the life. Hot diggity damn. I'm excited. I hope you are too. Hear the engines revving. So again, if we're all created in the image of God, the light, that means we've all been created in the image of love. God and the light both represent the energy of love. Okay? It's just an infinite little